Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. 3 pipelines connecting Pearl Harbor to the Red Hill fuel storage facility have been drained. The military said it finished defueling the pipelines on Thursday. It took a little more than a week to drain about 1 million gallons of fuel that had been sitting in the pipes for nearly a year. The Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility was shut down last November after a jet fuel spill contaminated the Navy's drinking water system, sickening 6,000 people. The spill also tainted a critical water aquifer that serves water to 400,000 people on Oahu, prompting the State Department of Health to order Red Hill shut down. After the Navy initially resisted calls to drain the tanks, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin ordered the defueling and permanent closure in March. Next, the military plans to repair equipment at Red Hill so it can safely remove 100 million gallons of fuel that remain in the facility's storage tanks. The military anticipates that the draining operation will be finished by July 2024. The U.S. job market remains strong despite steps taken by the government to rein in the economy and tame inflation. According to a Labor Department report, America's employers added 261,000 positions in October. That figure is down from 315,000 in September, though hiring was brisk across most industries last month. The unemployment rate rose from a 5-decade low of 3.5% to 3.7%. Steady hiring and low employment are good for workers but pose a challenge to the Federal Reserve. The central bank is battling rising consumer prices by raising key interest rates. While job growth is showing early signs of slowing, the Fed's aggressive rate hikes this year appear to have had little impact on the wider economy. It expanded at a 2.6% annual rate in the July to September quarter after contracting in the first 6 months of 2022. Honolulu police are looking for 3 suspects who allegedly robbed a visitor in Waikiki this week. Police said 3 men approached a 23-year-old victim in the 400 block of Enna Road at about 2 Wednesday afternoon. Brandishing knives and a handgun, they demanded money before fleeing the scene on foot. No injuries were reported in the incident. A description of the suspects was not available, but police are asking anyone with information about the robbery to call Crime Stoppers at 808-955-8300. Meanwhile, a 24-year-old man was arrested Wednesday night after he allegedly took a wallet from a 71-year-old man in Chinatown. Police said the victim was sleeping on a sidewalk near North Hotel and Mauna Kea streets at about 7:30 when the suspect reached into his pocket and took his wallet. The pair scuffled after the victim woke up. When another man tried to intervene, the suspect threatened him with a knife and fled on a bicycle. He was located and arrested a short time later. An early morning fire destroyed a home in Waianae today. Firefighters responded to a 911 call about a structure fire on Kuala Road shortly after 2:15 this morning. When crews arrived, they saw flames and smoke coming out from all sides of a single-story residence. Flames from the house were large enough to char a large tree located on the property. The blaze was brought under control at 3:09 and extinguished at around 4:30. No one was in the home at the time of the fire and no injuries were reported. A total of 11 units with 36 firefighters responded to the call. Fire investigators are looking into the cause of the fire. A damage estimate has not yet been determined. Finally, today, people living on the mainland are getting ready for a major change this weekend. Daylight saving time is out and standard time is in. Clocks across most of America will need to be set back an hour Saturday night because standard time begins Sunday morning at 2. The time change means it gets darker earlier in the evening, but it will be lighter out earlier in the morning. Hawaii is among a handful of locals in the U.S. that doesn't observe daylight saving time. American Samoa, Guam, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and most of Arizona are also on that list. While it has been a twice-a-year ritual for decades, some lawmakers are pushing to make daylight savings permanent. In March, the Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act to end the back and forth. The House hasn't acted on the measure. Those in favor of making the switch say it would have positive effects on public health, the economy, and energy consumption. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here next week Monday.